Hello and welcome back to Rock and Country Devotionals, where we take a look at a hit song from the last 50 to 60 years and we try to pull a message out of the lyrics of that song, a spiritual message. Many of us have heard the song by George Jones, He Stopped Loving Her Today. It tells the story of a man whose love endured all the way until death. The emotional impact of the song is that death was the only thing that finally ended his devotion. Even people who are not country music fans often recognize something very powerful in that idea. Because deep down, people want love that lasts. They want loyalty. People want commitment. People want to know that someone means what they say. That is exactly why wedding vows are so very meaningful. When two people stand before God in marriage and before their witnesses, they do not say, I'll stay as long as things remain easy. They don't say, I'll stay as long as I feel the same emotions that I feel today. They say, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, until death parts us. Those words mean something. In our culture, marriage is often treated as a contract that lasts only while both parties are satisfied. But God never designed marriage to be built only on feelings. Feelings rise and fall. Emotions change. Circumstances change. God designed marriage as a covenant. Malachi chapter 2, verse 14 says that marriage is a covenant relationship. A covenant says, I made a promise, and my promise is larger than my changing emotions. Sure, there'll be days in every marriage that feel easy. There'll be days when husband and wife laugh together and enjoy each other, but there will also be difficult days, days of stress, days of disappointment, days when sickness enters the home, possibly days when money becomes tight or misunderstandings happen. And on those days, what holds a marriage together is not merely emotion, it is commitment. I've heard it said that love is not just something you feel, love is something you choose. That does not mean emotions are unimportant. God created emotions, but feelings make poor foundations because they can shift from day to day. Commitment says, I still choose you. Ephesians 5 teaches husbands to love their wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. Think about that for a moment. Jesus did not love us only when we were easy to love. He loved us sacrificially. He loved consistently and faithfully. And if husbands are called to love like Christ, and wives are called to respect and support that relationship, then marriage becomes far more than two people living together. It becomes a picture of Christ and his church. Our marriages preach sermons even when we never say a word. Because, children watch, your friends watch, and certainly your neighbors are watching. The whole world watches. And every faithful marriage says something powerful. Promises still matter. Faithfulness and commitment still matters. The old song, He Stopped Loving Her Today, is remembered because people are moved by a picture of devotion that lasted until death. But God intended marriage to be exactly that, a faithful love that endures through life's changes. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 9 says, Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of the life of thy vanity. All the days, not just the easy days and the younger days, and certainly not just the financially comfortable days, all the days. So tonight, whether you have been married for 50 years or 5 years, or hope to be married one day, remember this: love is more than a feeling. Marriage is more than a legal arrangement. It is a promise before God. And one of the most beautiful things a husband and wife can say through their lives is this: I'm still here. We hope you enjoyed this look back at George Jones's song, He Stopped Loving Her Today. And as always, we'll put the link to the lyrics in the description below and a link to the YouTube video for the song in case you don't recall it or haven't heard it. And I hope you have a good week, and we'll catch you next week.